What if I told you that we were just 93 days away from Christmas? Well, we are, and something like this RC car that just came out, this nice little monster truck that comes in under $60, completely ready to run, might not be for the person that loves their Traxxas X-Max or their axial crawlers, but this kind of a vehicle makes a wonderful transitional vehicle into the hobby. Guys, if I had something like this when I was a kid growing up, it would be light years ahead of what I did have. I had little New Bright RCs that, if I was lucky, didn't steer when they reversed and then went straight when they went forward. Yeah, some of my RCs, literally, that's how you had to turn them. If you wanted it to turn, you'd kick it in reverse and then you'd drive it straight and it would still veer off in one direction. It was horrible. But it got me into the hobby when I was a kid. And something like this that comes completely ready to run is just an awesome option. It's definitely made for the newbie in mind, because when you've got the battery panel on the bottom like this with a screw on there, that tells you that it's kind of the youngster in mind. So all this video is for the parent shopping for the youngster. You know, it's a very good option and a good price, especially for something that's completely proportional and variable throttle. That's really awesome. So I wasn't kidding when I said it has proportional steering, which is really nice, and variable throttle. It's not just all or nothing. So we can go nice and slow or fast if we want to. And for something in this price range, that's really where this is going to shine. Also, you can pick this up with a 1 battery set, which puts it under $60. 2 batteries, I think, is right around 62 bucks. And 3 batteries is getting closer to $70. But that's really awesome. It comes with a USB charge cable, and then the battery just gets installed down here. So we should have pretty good runtime with this. Here's the radio before we go running, with a nice soft steering wheel. And believe it or not, we have all the trim functionality that you would want on a pretty much hobby grade vehicle. So the only downside to this is that it's brushed and it's going to be a little bit lightweight, a little bit bouncy on those shocks, but we should be able to have some fun. So let's drive. Oh yeah, did I mention that this is 4-wheel drive? None of my vehicles when I was a kid were 4-wheel drive. When I was a kid, I had to walk 12 miles uphill both ways to get to school.
Isn't it funny how that happens?
Oh.
You always make fun of your parents for saying things like that, and then it happens to you, and that's how you know you're old.
Oh man.
I didn't say it though, just Nathan said it.
That's true.
I don't say things like that.
This is like, let's do a full throttle pass so people can get a feel of the speed for this. Downhill, full throttle, into the ditch. Nice. That's not what I wanted to do, but that was fun. I just wanted to get a full throttle pass.
Try again.
Let's go uphill, full throttle. Here we go. Not too bad. Not too bad. Off-roading, really, really bouncy. I told you guys with these stiff shocks, it's going to be a little bit bouncy. Here's full throttle downhill. Man.
I would not want to be a passenger in that.
No, it's very bouncy. But you know what? Because of the size, these rocks end up being like boulders for the little thing.
Yeah.
There we go. Can I hit it? Ah, no.
You're about to get fired.
I have to take a second to point this out. It comes with a really nice hobby grade screwdriver with changeable tips. One is the Phillips head and the other is the wheel nut wrench. So I think that was really cool. Usually we see these tiny little plastic, really cheap, bad screwdrivers that come with them. And I know that's not a major talking point, but seriously, that's got to be the nicest screwdriver I've ever gotten in a ready to run RC vehicle. It's really cool. All right, Abby's got it.
Yeah. Let's see if Nate saved me any battery, just because it's such a small battery and it's not hobby grade. Let's see if it has some life to it. Come on, no!
No, it's hard to steer, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really bouncy.
It's very bouncy. Definitely gonna have to like do a slow approach here. Oh,
Turns are a little wide too.
I see that.
And it's turned up all the way, the dual rate.
Steady, steady, steady.
There we go, we got a ramp in.
Oh my little buddy. Come on.
All right, here we go. Gotta focus. Ah, all right.
That's about as good as it's gonna get, I think, on ramps here with all these rocks. You just gotta line it up about 3 feet away.
And then blast it. Oh no!
Go! no offense.
Well, Abby, what do you think after you've driven it for just a second there?
I mean, it doesn't drive the best. It does not drive the best. I think you would have better luck on more flat ground, just doing like speed runs and then trying to hit the ramp. But at least it's Eachine, and at least you're gonna have some spare part availability. Woo, that sun!
Came out. Yeah.
Thank you. I roll the sleeves up now. I love the sun. Please don't turn to winter. So you're gonna have some spare part availability because this is Eachine, but it might be on the slow boat for a couple months. That tends to happen.
Not a couple months.
A month or so.
No, maybe 2 weeks.
Depends on if you get lucky.
You know what? We've had some stuff show up from Banggood that has taken a week or less. Now that's rare, but it does happen. And we've also had, on average, things take about 2.5 to 3 weeks to show up. So you have to be patient when you order from Banggood. That's where you get the savings. It's actually not too bad, is it?
No.
I mean,
I think if we would have taken it to a not bumpy surface,
it would have been more fun.
An on-road.
Yeah.
On-road vehicle for sure. Looks like an off-road vehicle.
But more of an on-road vehicle, right? I mean, it's a monster truck, but there's very little clearance, and those shocks are a little bit stiff. So, you know, it's borderline toy with a few hobby grade tendencies. That's what we're looking at here. Okay. On that note.
That was a stunt, mate. I meant to do that.
So guys, the idea with this car is to show you a few budget options with shopping time coming around. If you're looking for a cheap RC, you might as well find one that we featured on our channel rather than just jumping over to walmart.com and finding the $45 RC car that's probably going to be complete garbage. At least you'll know what you're getting into when you buy something like this. We're not saying this is definitely something for you, but if you have some nephews and nieces and cousins and kiddos in your life, then this might be perfect because at least you know what you're going to get with this. I think there's a couple different color options as well, but the main thing is there are different battery options. You can get 1, 2, or 3 batteries. We'll have a link in the description box below. Expect fairly slow shipping on this, but the spare part availability is there. But don't expect this to compete with the TheRcSaylors X Max because it's just not going to happen. If you want a $1,000 truck, you have to buy a $1,000 truck, and then hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars in parts after that.
Because every time you drive it, it will break.
TheRcSaylors. TM.
TM on them.
On them, yeah. Okay, so this is what you're getting for about $55, $60 now on the market. You know, it is a shame that this would have been like probably $30 a year and a half or so ago. But, you know, gas was a lot cheaper then too, and milk and everything. So that's just kind of what we're dealing with right now. This will be linked in the description box below. You guys are absolutely awesome for tuning in, supporting us even when we're driving something like this. Because, let's face it, you know, I'm excited to go drive my Losi now after this, or some Axial or something like that. So it just makes me want to get the bigger, more hobby grade stuff out. And that's what's keeping our hobby alive. So for this opportunity to help get the word out for something like this, to get people introduced into the hobby, I thank the big guy upstairs for allowing us to jump in front of the camera for years and years and years and share our hobby experiences with you guys and grow in knowledge and experience. And you guys are just watching through the years with us. I'm so grateful. Which leads me to our Patreon supporters. You guys are the best. Thanks for supporting what we do. A massive thanks from the bottom of our hearts. We'll have another cool little budget RC vehicle video popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye.